Hello, good afternoon. It's 2 o'clock. We are supposed to start, but let's wait 1 or 2 more minutes for everybody to join. And we will start shortly. Good afternoon. Welcome to our webinar. It's our second webinar dedicated to open call for pilot in StairwAI. My name is Ursula Sobek. I'm from Funding Box, and we are part of StairwAI consortium responsible for open call management and FSTP distribution among companies. At the beginning of this webinar, a few housekeeping rules. So please keep yourself muted during entire webinar. If you would like to ask a question, you can put them in the chat and we will address them at the end of the session. And also please be informed that this webinar is recorded for dissemination and reporting purpose. So once we are done with this formalities, let's dive into the topic of today. So the goal of this webinar is to give you some short update about the open calls, and we will focus on answering to a most common asked question during the application process that we received for now. And I will give you some tips how to prepare a winning proposal, and then we will have a short question and answer session at the end. So a few details about StairwAI. Of course, if you would like to dive into the whole details, requirements of the first this open call, you can get back to our first webinar. And here just a few words about StairwAI. So StairwAI is one of the project related to development of AI on-demand platform, previously known as AI for You. And in StairwAI, our consortium is developing few services to enrich the platform, and both services are multilingual interaction layer and horizontal and vertical matchmaking services. And for testing, for validation, how both services working, we need you. We have open call applicants. So in this open call, we would like to select 14 low-tech SMEs, and we would like to give them 60,000 euro to perform feasibility study and pilot for AI adoption. Our support program is divided into 2 stages and will last for 6 months. During first stage will last 2 months. SME will define feasibility plan for adoption of AI together with business and technical mentor. And during the second stage, we called pilot, during 4-month period, company will be developing pilot, implementing pilot together with mentors and AI developers, AI experts, and HPC providers. So who we are looking for, SME, low-tech SME, that are established and registered in one of the member states of European Union, overseas countries and territories, associated countries, and also in United Kingdom. If SME already get funded under first Stairway Open Call, cannot receive funding under this open call. Please be aware that at the moment of applying, SME need to be registered legal entity. And what is low-tech, how we define it? So low-tech is a company with AI readiness index below 2 or equal to 2. For Stairway purpose, we develop our methodology to determine this AI readiness index based on AI Singapore methodology. And in the application form, we are asking you 6 questions, and based on answer provided, we are able to calculate your AI readiness index and determine if you are low tech and you are eligible, or maybe you are too advanced to be eligible for participation in Stairway. Here, this is a table with classification based on AI maturity. So you can see different group of AI readiness level, AI unaware and AI aware are those groups that are classified as low-tech and can be considered as eligible for this open call. What we are offering? So we are offering financial support, 16,000 euro in two form of lump sum, 26,000 euro, and in form of vouchers to purchase services from AI experts and HPC providers. It's up to 34,000 euro. We also offering you business and technical mentoring support. So technical and business mentor from Stairway Consortium will guide you through the entire process, will be your reference point, and will support you in case of any technical or business issue or questions. We're also offering access to AI tools and resources that are now available on AI On Demand platform, and also through the AI experts and HPC providers resources. Type of project that we are looking for, so use case of adoption of AI by low-tech SME, but address one of the challenges. We define 11 different challenges, trying to address most of domains that can be solved with AI support, from logistics, management of data, manufacturing, through cybersecurity, health, education, energy, also art, public services. If your project do not fit to any of those challenges, you can always address like open challenge called others if your project fit to the general scope, but it's not related to any of those challenges. Detailed description of challenges are included in the guide for applicants. Support program, as I mentioned, is divided into 2 stages. So first one is dedicated for preparation of a feasibility plan together with technical and business mentor. And the second stage is a core part of support program, is dedicated to implementation of the plan developed at a stage 1. Here you will receive not only support from business and technical mentor, but also from experts through voucher mechanism. So you can purchase services from AI experts, AI developers, and also from HPC voucher providers. So if you are interested, you can apply. You can see a QR code, but you can access our application form. Application process is easy. You need to sign up first or log in to our Funding Box platform, then click button apply and fill the application form. You can edit it as many times as you wish before the deadline. Please remember to submit it before 15th of December, before 1 p.m. So, and now let's move to the core part of our webinar. So the most common question. So very recently asked question is, can I submit a proposal if I already participated in the first open call? So yes, you can still submit your proposal if you participated, but if you were not selected. And if you already received support from Stairway, if you are part of the first support program, then you are not eligible to participate in the second open call. The next question is, can I submit a proposal that addressed more than one challenges, or can I submit a proposal that is not related to any Stairway challenges? So yes, for both questions, you can submit a proposal that address more than one challenge. And in the application form, you can see the screenshot here. There's description box where you can put reference and information about other challenges that your project is referring to. And if you are not referring to any of the challenges, as I mentioned previously, you can always select challenge 12 called other and describe below in the description box how you are going to address this aspect, what is about your challenge and how you are going to solve it within the scope of StairwAI. Next question is, what is a voucher and how it works? So vouchers is a kind of mechanism that enables you to buy services from validated providers. In the case of StairwAI, we have a list of validated providers, AI experts, and developers, and also HPC resource providers. So you can purchase services using vouchers only from companies or entities or natural person included on those lists. And those lists now contains about 200 voucher providers. So I hope that everybody can find some interesting providers there. And in StairwAI Open Call, you can purchase services from HPC resource providers. You can dedicate around 10,000 euro for those services and 24,000 euro for AI experts, mentors, or system integrator services. This is some kind of indication, and you will have flexibility in spending those money, but you never can exceed the amount of 34,000 euro for vouchers. And a contract between you and voucher providers is up to you. So SME is responsible for concluding the agreement and then for execution of the services from voucher providers. Once it's delivered, you will receive money to cover those spendings from StairwAI. How the matchmaking will be done? So this is another question, very relevant. So matchmaking, it's kind of service. It will be done by StairwAI. After the first stage, when you will have your feasibility plan ready, you will also indicate some kind of needs or resources that you would like to have for your project, for your pilot implementation. And based on this feasibility plan, StairwAI algorithm will look for you the best experts that fit your goal, your project scope, knowledge that is necessary to develop or implement your pilot. And you will receive a list of suggested AI experts or HPC providers. And then you can decide if you would like to cooperate with experts from the list, or maybe you would like to look for yourself for experts that match your criteria. Of course, matchmaking will be done using the list of validated AI expert providers and HPC providers. So matchmaking will be done between SME and voucher providers. Next common question is, can I select AI experts that I will be working with by myself? So yes, SME is free to decide with whom would like to cooperate. Only requirement is that both SMEs, both providers need to be validated previously by StairwAI consortium. So to be validated experts, person or company need to apply to our call, AI experts call, for being AI experts, and HPC providers to be validated as HPC providers. And the calls are open, and the next cutoff date for both calls for experts and providers, the next cutoff date is end of December this year. Next question is also related to AI experts. Can I work with developers that I already know from the past cooperation? Yes, you can work with these experts as long as this developer is validated by StairwAI as a voucher providers. And also there's other requirements, so there shouldn't be any personal or formal links between you, between SME and voucher provider, so no conflict of interest. And if you know experts and your expert is not validated at the moment by StairwAI, this is a right time, good moment to encourage him or her to apply to our call for experts. It should be done before end of December. And then these experts can be validated and ready to work with you before the start of the support program. So if you know the experts that you would like to cooperate with, please let them know to apply, and then your cooperation can be done under StairwAI. The next question is how we can use the grant that we will receive from StairwAI. So for user grants, for use of FSTP money, so-called financial support to third parties, we have several rules. So costs within the project are eligible if they correspond with execution of the project, so related to the goals of your project. Costs must also occur during the support program duration, so during the 6-month period of support. And detailed budget, what kind of cost will be included in your project, will be developed at the beginning of support program in a document called individual mentoring plan. So at the moment, you don't need to plan the budget in details. And what kind of cost can be covered? So personal cost, it means involvement of your employees, involvement in the project execution. Purchase of goods, services, also from AI experts, developers, or maybe you will need other services, some travel costs, and also cost of subcontracting. And financial support is divided into 2 types of funds. So first is the lump sum, up to 26,000 euro. So this money you can dedicate to pay your staff, to travel, to pay some other goods or services that will be used for your project execution. And vouchers is up to 34,000 euro. And by both money, you can purchase only services from AI experts and HPC providers that was previously validated by StairwAI. Next question is, how many applications can I submit? So you can submit only one proposal. If more than one proposal will be submitted from your side, then only the last edited will be evaluated and the rest of proposal will be considered as not eligible. So no point of multiplying applications. And then some other questions that might be relevant. So what are the most common mistakes made by applicants? So very common mistake and easy to avoid is wrong information or incorrect declaration marked in declaration of honor section. This is a last or almost the final one section in our application form where we ask you to confirm or decline some kind of a statement. And it's happened very often that applicants are in a rush and mark the wrong answer. So please make sure that you put a right answer under declaration of honor, because in case of wrong answer, we will need to reject you, and it's not nice situation, especially if these questions are marked incorrectly by mistake. So please pay attention to this section. Other very common mistakes are related to selection of countries. So selected country applicants are not eligible, or type of organization. Please be aware that under StairwAI, the only eligible type of applicants, type of organization is SME. So other type selected by you on purpose or by mistake will cause that you will be treated as not eligible. We also consider a lot of mistakes or shortcomings that impact external evaluation criteria. So based on this, you will not be rejected, but you can receive lower score from experts, from external evaluators. So very often description is too general. So there's a lot of general statement, but no details about how you are going to solve the problem, how you are going to implement your project. So please provide as many details as possible. Also, what we observe very often, it's a lack of clear evidence in your application. So lack of reference to market or some general statement without providing links or some proof that something can be done. Also, what's happened very often is that the business model described of in the application is very weak or there's no business model at all. So please make sure that you provide explanation how you are going to perform in this area, what's your market potential, how you are going to make money based on the project. And also, final thing that we observe is a poor description of resources implemented using the project implementation. So please provide information about the staff, about the team, about time that you would like to dedicate to the project, because sometimes it happens that we don't know, or evaluator don't know if there's enough resources in the company, if there's enough staff or other things necessary to develop or implement the project. And the final question is, what are the pre-scoring questions? How can I find them in the application form? So in the application form, we have 8 questions that are pre-scoring questions. And these are single choice questions. And based on the question, we will do pre-scoring. If we receive more than 60 eligible proposals, to be able to select the best ones to perform and be sent to the experts evaluation. So in those questions, you are asked to select one answer that's the best fit to your project or to your team. And based on your answer, our system will automatically assign the scores. So you can get 10 points under each of pre-scoring questions. So pay attention to all single choice questions in the application form, because it matters in case we have more than 60 eligible proposals. And last question, how can I check my AI index? So to be sure that your AI maturity level is below or equal to 2, we have a dedicated section here in our application form called AI maturity of applicants, and we included 6 questions. And based on the answer, we will be able to calculate your scores. So under each question, you can select one answer and score from 1 to 4. And based on your answer, we calculate average scores, and then we'll be able to determine if you are AI unaware, AI aware, or maybe you are too mature in AI field to be eligible for funding. So, and now some kind of tips and guidelines how to prepare a winning proposal. So before applying, before the deadline, please check if you are SME. Please check if you are a low-tech company. So it means you don't have experience in AI, or you don't have a lot of knowledge in AI, based on AI maturity section in our application form. Please remember that your project should have European dimension, so consider to include those information in the application form. And check the open code timeline. Remember that the deadline is next week, 15th of December at 1. So do not submit, do not forget to submit your application before. And check if your project addresses one of the challenges and try to explain how. Check if you have any potential conflict of interest with consortium partners. And all cases of conflict of interest will be checked later on case by case. Please remember about healthy finance, so you shouldn't have any financial difficulties or be in liquidation during the application stage and selection process as well. And please make sure that you have full rights to intellectual property rights used in your project, that you would like to use in your project. This is a must. Also, I encourage you to check the evaluation criteria. Criteria related to 3 sections in our application form as well. So 5, 6, and 7, excellent impact and implementation. When you will be entering or providing some data information there, please make sure that they are related to our evaluation criteria. So ambition, innovation, standards approach, market opportunity, workforce, SMEs, productivity, team, and resources. And final tips, so invest time to prepare a good proposal. You can still do it. You still have a lot of time before the deadline to do so. Remember above European dimension. Remember that innovation aspect of your proposal is very important for evaluators. Check again the criteria that we will use for evaluation, not only eligibility criteria, but also pre-scoring criteria and external evaluation criteria. Build your team and remember to provide links or profiles of your team members. And here you don't need to have people skilled in AI, of course, but we will need people with management skills, with experience within the market that you would like to target with your solution, or some people with general IT skills that will be needed during the project development. And of course, try to be convincing for evaluators in your application. If you would like to check details, you can visit our open call website. You will find the guide for applicants and also frequently asked question documents where we already answer a lot of questions. You can also contact us directly or visit our community. It's a community where you can also ask your question or get to know about different opportunities related to AI. And at the moment, I would like to also mention other opportunities that are coming soon. So AI Energy has the open call. We're looking for AI developers. So if you enter the AI community on Spaces, you will be able to see also those opportunities and maybe consider applying. I hope I addressed most of your questions, but now I open to any other question that you might have. Laura, do you know?
Thank you very much, Ula. Yes, we have already around 10 questions. Okay. So I'm going to start from the first question we have. Okay, first question says, our use case is cross-challenge, one ranging between challenge 5, environmental issues, another challenge 9, energy challenges, and 11, public services. So specifically, this applicant would like to know if he should mark this the challenge 12, which is other, as it is a cross-challenge.
Okay, so in case of cross-challenge solution, I think that you should select one of the challenges from the list, so the one that is closer to you, and describe the others in the description box below. So you can mention that my project address few challenges and then list those challenges. So I think it will be the best option here.
Thank you. We have another question, and if it's the presentation and the recording will be available, yes, we will make it available in the open call landing page that you already have the link, and also in the AI community that we just shared the link in the chat. Okay, so passing to another question for Ursula. If we are an IT company which have no experience in developing AI, but want to develop AI for other industry, let's say maritime or government, are we eligible participants?
Yes, yes. If you are IT company, so you are perfect candidate because it will be the easiest way for you to start using AI with our support. And in your project, probably you will focus on some kind of services or product that you can use on the market. So yes, this is the right call for you.
Thank you very much. We have another question, and it's more regarding the support program. So the question is, when is the start of the project, stage 1, and when is the end of the project?
Okay, so our goal is to kick off the support program by the end of April. So it could be end of April or maybe very beginning of May. And the first stage lasts 2 months. And then we will do matchmaking session, and then the second stage will be open. So overall support program should be finished by October 2023.
Okay, thank you very much. Now we have some questions regarding to vouchers. So the first one would be how the vouchers are paid. And then if the voucher amount is not used for HW and IE experts, can we cover our own adoption cost by part of this amount? And they put an example. Let's say we spend 24K euros for vouchers. Can we spend the remaining 10K for adoption costs?
Okay, so no, voucher can be budget for vouchers. So 34,000 euro can be dedicated only to purchase services from voucher providers. So this amount can use only on this. So you cannot move the remaining part to cover your own expenses apart from those services from voucher providers. And how the money will be paid. So at the beginning of stage 2 of support program, you will receive some kind of small prepayment and to cover start of cooperation with voucher providers. But the overall, the remaining part, biggest part will be paid at the end of the stage 2, when you will provide documents confirming that the cooperation was done, and we will see also, we would like to also see the invoices from voucher providers, and based on this, we'll be able to pay exact remaining money to cover those costs.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Yula. Also regarding who makes the payments, they would like to know who's the person making directly the payment of the voucher, the SME or StairwAI itself?
Yes, so in this case, yes. So SME should pay for voucher providers and then ask for getting money back from StairwAI consortium.
Wonderful, thank you. Then another question regarding IE experts validation. So how often the validation of experts is done, and if it will be done also in the beginning of 2023?
Yes, so the next deadline is end of December, and the validation results will be available at the beginning of February. And then we consider to have another cutoff date by end of March next year, and then validation should be ready by beginning of May. So still, if you or your experts would like to participate and validate it, it's possible to be validated before beginning of stage 2 of a support program, and then she will be able to work with you. So, but of course, I encourage you to do it, to apply to be validated experts in December. Then you will be sure to be on the list when the support program will be launched.
Wonderful, thank you, Ursula. We have another question regarding an applicant that had already applied to AI for EU call and changed to twin call, and he would like to know if he would be eligible to apply also to this one.
Yes, taking into account that already have a grant, I think this is the correct question. Yes, you are eligible to apply because we do not have any funding cap or limit within both type of project, but you should pay attention to double funding rules. So it means that you cannot receive funding for the same project. So your activity funded under different projects should be different from each other. And also what is important, you should prove that you have enough resources in the case that project execution will be at the same stage. I know that AFU is finished, but regarding Change to Twin, I don't know when the support program will start, or maybe it's ongoing now. So you need to make sure and prove that you will have enough time, resources, skills, people to be able to develop both projects at the same time.
Perfect, thank you. We have a question now regarding the application form. In the section I skills, there's a question, do you have employees with I skills? So the participant asks, if so, how advanced are those? Well, and the form also asks, if so, how advanced are these employees' I skills? So now the question is, do applicants get more points if participants have skills or not? high skills specifically?
Okay, so we have two types of questions regarding skills in the application form. So in a section A maturity level of applicants, we're asking about how many people in a company have knowledge or skills in AI. So here, the lowest, the better in your case. And in another part of application where we're asking about your skills of your company in general. So it's good to have people with skills in IT. In AI, great, of course. So if a broader experience, wider, more advanced, it's better for evaluating of your resources to implement the project properly.
Wonderful, thank you very much, Yula. Okay, so now we have a question regarding the connection of StairwAI and iEnergy, and if there is like any broad differences between both of them.
Yeah, so big difference is that here we are looking for low-tech companies that can address and start using AI. In iEnergy, we are looking more for AI developers, company with skills that would like to develop solution dedicated to energy sector. So there's a very targeted open call. And also in StairwAI, we're looking for single SME. And in iEnergy, we are looking for consortia composed of at least one SME. So there's a lot of difference, but it depends on which maturity level or so in each sector you are operating. You can also apply to both open calls and with the same project, and then decide later on in which you would like to implement the solution, or you can apply with two totally different projects and with different setups. So both opportunities are open, but they are totally different from each other.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. We have another question about vouchers, going back to vouchers. So if we don't need to use HPC cloud providers, all the money, they would like to know if they can spend that extra money in the voucher of the AI experts.
Yes, you will have flexibility to use this amount. We would like to have, or this is some kind of indication that European Commission put on us, that it would be nice when 10,000 euro can be spent on a voucher or HPC providers and 26 for AI talents, but you have flexibility, and if in your case it will be more suitable to use all the money to buy resources or knowledge from AI experts, it's okay for us.
Wonderful. Okay, so another question also related to vouchers will be the time of delivery of the money. So the money will be delivered before or after the payment from the company to the AI expert.
Okay, so in the documents called frequently asked question, there's a table with a timeline of payments. So we will see how the installment will be made. So basically, we foreseen 3 installments. So at the end of stage, after delivering the infant mentoring plan, so at the beginning of support program, first payment, then the second payment after 2 months, after validation of your feasibility plan, and then you will receive also a small prepayment for vouchers. And at the end of the stage 2, you will receive a remaining part to cover the cost of vouchers. So first, you will need to report what was done, provide documents, and after validation, you will receive money from StairwAI. So this is a timeline. The details are provided in frequently asked questions.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, we just received another question. Is this the last StairwAI call, or there will be another next year?
Okay, so for pilot, this is the last open call for pilot in StairwAI. Next year, we will have call called Call for Adopters, where we'll be giving only money for developing feasibility plan. So only for the first stage. So you will not receive money to implement your pilot, but only support from mentors and some kind of money to cover your cost of preparation of a feasibility plan for adoption of AI. So 10,000 euro will be distributed there.
Wonderful. Okay, we have another question regarding payment of vouchers. They would like to know if you need AI expert invoice or bank transfer, like to prove payment to the voucher. That's what I understand from this question.
So it will be like this. SME and AI experts conclude agreement how or what need to be done within StairwAI, and set also some kind of payments between experts and SME. Once the work will be done, experts issue invoice, SME pay for invoice, and then this invoice will be provided to StairwAI Consortium. And after approving the results of work, StairwAI will pay amount up to 33,000 euro based on provided invoices to SME. So the payment line, first SME to pay experts, and then SME receive money back from StairwAI. I hope that it's now more clear.
Apparently no, the person asked SMEs do need to pay in advance vouchers or not? That's
yes. Well, in advance. Well, during the stage 2, during the execution or after delivering of services by AI experts, the services need to be paid, and based on payment made, company can receive money back. Yes. So.
Wonderful. So thank you very much, Ursula. We don't have any more questions. I don't know if anyone wants to submit any other. We can give the last seconds. If not, okay, yeah. No other questions. Thank you very much, Ursula.
Thank you. If you will have any other question or doubts, I encourage you to check our frequently asked question or reach out directly through our help desk email. So we are there to help you and support you during this last week of applying. So thank you so much. Once again, I wish you good luck with your application. I hope that we will be seeing each other during a support program. Finger crossed for all of you, and wish you a nice afternoon. So thank you for participation. Goodbye.